Srl, we are here for round 9 of the championship. Here in Paul Ricard, France. I'm Srl again. I'm on my own as both Nathan and Jamie are busy. France, well, personally I think it's one of the worst tracks in the calendar. But hopefully you get to see good racing. Like I said, Nathan, unfortunately can't be here, and same with Jamie, so. What's Scar's doing? I don't know why he's not going out of the pits. Okay, we already have shenanigans. We've only just started qualifying. Yeah, so France. It only came back in 2018, but it had sorry, Paul Ricard, because France is the last one. Okay, in terms of France, it was last on the calendar before 2018 and 08. In terms of Paul Ricard, we haven't been there since the 80s, so. Oh, sugar. I'll be the first in many. Into the championship standings, the admins, Nick and Nathan, have both unfortunately been very busy, so they will be out after this race. Scourge is the first driver on track at the moment, isn't he? Oh! On traction, seemed to lose it, and he's ranked on his outlaw. I think Scourge does have cars there when he does. George. Oh, Dutch owner! Hey, never mind, he's starting at the back of the grid. Whoopsies! Forgot about that. We have George, sorry. Is there a car ahead of George? Yeah, there is, okay. I like him. Oh god, excuse me. I can really want to call him the starting lap. So this turn 1 and turn 2. We could see overtaking, but it won't be that much. Into turn 1, Chester. That was a bit of a, not a fun situation, because, with the way the pit lane works, he comes out onto the racing line, so you have to be careful. When we run down to turn 3, overtaking is possible here, but not prohibited. Only runs wide. Impressed in qualifying with P8, I think it was last week, or was it P7, I can't remember, in Canada. Then was on the podium in the race, so. Wonder if you can show the same form here. That's a McLaren behind of, I believe that's Carbs, who's on the lap, so, and also George behind as well. Oh! Second driver in that chicane part, on traction. I have George on his point out. He already got switching from Carbs there, so that will help. Some to the other hand, again, moves are possible for that, but you have to be very ballsy to go from your third, obviously, back. That's good to see. Here comes George coming through the penultimate corner along left hander. Never mind, Beefy was ahead of him. Beefy set to 31.4. I expect 30s, maybe 29s here, as George now comes across the line to set a 130.1 on medium tyres. Never mind them. Is anyone had Dylan Scars? No, I thought Scars won. Dylan on a flying lap, the Dutchman. Coming through the long. I don't know the corner name, so don't ask me. And it's Bjorn, I think that's how you say his name. Is, I believe, a new driver. Anyway, we have Dylan coming through the penultimate corner now, to the final corner. What can the Dutchman set as he comes up to the line? Right now at ERS, very early, he goes P2. Not bad lap, as you have Bjorn coming across the line to go P3. Just behind his teammate, but slots in 7/10 ahead of Beefy. I won't pay for this, thank you. Cabs on a flying lap in the McLaren. Here he comes. Obviously, the McLaren update livery with the rainbow now on it. I personally like it. I don't see why people hate it. I do. The rainbow. As anyway, here comes Carbs coming through the penultimate corner now, through the final corner. What can the McLaren driver do? Can he beat George? I don't think he will. I think it's not. No, it's gonna be. It's gonna be P. 3 tenths off Beefy. Scars bottom 11 sets of 36.2. Oh god, I keep on doing that. No, that okay. I thought he spun. He's just parking it. Come on, mate. You can speed up. So that tells you gonna be Stone Cold. So Nova will be the next driver on the map, I do think. Liam's and validated Scar. Actually, no, Scars is on the map. He's backed off, so it will be Nova. I would presume near the top of the championship, maybe even championship lead. We should know by the time we head to Spielberg next week. Which, and also, yeah, back to regular time, 2 o'clock. I think we'll be here. I think we'll be this time for Russia as well. Come to think of it, as Nova coming through turn 1 and turn 2 takes a good line. You could be tighter to the second part, but still. It's okay now. Coming through turn 3. Want to get the apex down, coming through turn 4. Want to stay tight. Cut the curve to turn 5. Now you want to get everyone to turn 6 and turn 7 to set you up for the long straight where we'll probably see most are overtaking. It's a good run. Coming down the straight, you want to set yourself up for the chicane of turn 8. Breaking about the 100 meter wall, or just past that actually. Clipping the curve now to turn 9. Takes that nicely. Very good run from Nova. This is either turn 11 or turn 12, I don't know what it would cost us. Anyway, I'll say turn 12. Coming through turn 12, the lower hander, you want to set to the apex, which he does. Now coming through turn 13 and 14, I believe that's cost, so. It's a very good run now. Turn 15. You can stick tight. I know people who go out wide. I personally prefer to sit to the apex. Now coming through the penultimate corner, turn 16, and then the final corner, turn 17, I do believe. It's a good run. What will Nova set? Will he go pole position? He's ran out of ERS towards the line. Will that matter? No, it won't. A 29.3, nearly a second faster than George. Wow. That's all I have to say as well. I keep on doing that. I'm sorry, guys. I'm very prone to doing it. That'll be the last one. Beefy will be the next driver to set lap, as no one else is even out on track, so. Beefy, he's had a good start. He's done better than what I would have thought he'd do. From a personal point of view, but. The strategy around here, it's either soft hard or medium hard. Soft hard, you could do soft medium in the last game, but of course with the increased deg, I think it's even harder to do. Cabs that on the well. But anyway, Beefy coming around in the final corner, he'll start swinging up with his in the house. He'll start swinging up, so you want to stay to the obviously to the right. Unless cars are coming out of the pits, and then coming through turn 1, keeps the apex nicely. Through turn 2. Now, if you compare that, he's a lot more tighter than Nova, but I'll find see coming through turn 3. Giving the apexes nicely. Through turn 5. He's 3 tenths up already. Taking the sector 1, so. He's been going like this, he should be able to get out of B1. But anyway, Beefy up to the chicane here. Clips the apex. And nicely, maybe, I'm losing the getting on a bit, but generally a good run. He's 9 tenths up, so that would put him P4 at the moment. Actually, no, it would put him P5, P3, sorry. Ahead of Dylan and ahead of B1. Interestingly enough. Here comes Beefy. What can he set in the house? Where will this put him? Will it put him ahead of George? It does a 29.9. It's the second driver to get into the 29s on the medium tyre. It goes P2. Carbs has started his running up already, so we'll watch him in the car and looking to match what his teammate did. He's up by 8 tenths already. So he must have lost a lot of time in sector 1. Now, coming down into the chicane, you want to break just past the 100-metre line. At the 50. Connor, when using Apex more than what we've seen, he's being braver, which can work in your favour, but can also go against you. 1.2 up, so that would put him. Actually, it would only put him P4. But he could probably gain a lot of time in the spawner sector. Who's setting up there? Oh, it was Leon on the mediums going P2 at 29.6. Good lap. Carms now coming through the final corner. Gets a good run. I think this could be close. Will he go pole? I don't think. Will he? It's not pole, but it is P3. So slower than Leon. Remember, Leon did it this time on the medium. Scar is the thing. Buono player? No. Nova out on track, 11 out on track, but Nova's there, so. Nova will be the next driver to slack now. And look at already on pole, looking to extend his advantage. But, oh my god, okay, that will be the last time. I keep on actually pressing that. I want to keep on in at Nova though, as Ellie's started from the session, so she's called it a day. But she's in P9, not bad, but remember, Dutch owners starting from the back, and Fear and setting up, and Scars can definitely go much quicker than that. And Nova, if you're looking to maybe get into the 28 if you want a banging lap, so got a good run. He has, if Fear coming out of the pits, he might just stay out of his way, which thankfully Fear does, coming through turn 1 and turn 2. Was a little bit wide. Wider than he would have wanted. Going through turn 3. Again wasn't going to wide, but not honestly. I don't think he's doing these on purpose. I think he's just making mistakes. He's backed off, yep. His lap's done, 11 on her lap, coming through turn 3 and 4. 7 tenths up, so she's only 6 seconds off the pace, so. Taking off the nearest car, so 7 tenths won't do much. When she comes into the chicane. Taking it nicely, Feared ahead of her. Slipstream. Okay. Didn't surprise me. 1.2 up. That will be enough to get her into the 34s at the moment. It's very wide. Manages to keep it. It manages to keep the lap valid though. Nova's a target, so he's done. So we'll have to wait and see whether Liam, if he goes out on the softs, can beat him, or whether the carbs can beat him. But 11, here she comes, coming through. The final corner, what can she say? I think it will still be where she is, but I think she'll definitely improve on the time by a good few seconds. Across the line, it's at 33.1. Now Fear starts his one up in the Ferrari. He's been looking to maybe go. Maybe break into the top 6. So here he comes through turn 1. And turn 2. One's a little bit wide, but still a decent run with his helmet, right? I like the look of that helmet actually. Here he comes to 22.8 in the first sector. That's not bad. That's on par with what we've seen from some of the top guys, so. Right. No, 11 trying to replay the slipstream, not doing it nearly as well as Fear managed. Here he comes. As George lost pole with a 28.5. What a lap! Into 28 and 1.4 seconds quicker than Nova. That's fair play. Now here comes Feared. Coming through the right hander. All right hander. Mounts the curb. Well, he gets a good exit. Here he comes through the penultimate corner. Losing the back end. Now does that put him at, should put him ahead of 11, but I think you'll go, yeah, P8 with that lap. Still decently off the pace, but Bjorn's backed off. Dylan, he is going for it again, in fairness. Once very wide. And again, only be down. It down by 7 times, so. Bjorn invalidate, I think that. Oh, cabs, yeah. I'm pretty sure the timing we have is glitch, so I don't trust it. I'm pretty sure it's actually like a minute and a half behind. People in the pits do still have time to set their laps. I know one lap out mediums compared to 0 lap out ain't that much, but I don't think she'll mind if Scars can actually set a bad lap. Cabs who have to improve by 1.1, basically 1.2 if he actually wants to beat George, so we'll see what he can do. 3 seconds left, but I'm pretty sure that is glitch. With the way the game works, he'll be able to complete his lap anyway. Bjorn most harder. I'll actually watch Bjorn first as he's a car ahead, so not activating DRS. Now he does. Bjorn will be looking to maybe just beat his teammate and break into the top 6. Go through turn 1 and 2. I believe he's Dutch. I believe it's not Dutch. Marketing. Fun fact, I don't think a Dutch driver has ever driven for any variation of the Merc team. But anyway, Bjorn 3 tenths up. That will not give him bragging rights in the team at the moment. The character tires are one that have to finish. I don't know what I mean. I don't know what it is, but anyway. Bjorn coming through the chicane. It's a good exit. Could push him, could maybe test track limits a little bit harder, but if he just wants to get a decent lap and he's doing everything he needs to do. At the moment, 4 tenths up, that will be enough to get him into the top 6, but could he find more time? Could he maybe get ahead of Beefy? There he comes Bjorn. Setting himself up now for the penultimate corner and for the final corner. It's a good exit, does the Dutch one. This would be a good lap. Will this put him ahead of Beefy? No, he's still in the 30s, but only just. As Carbs now, he's down, so I think we're like a mega improvement for him to actually improve. I think he's just gonna finish anyway, just so he can save us everything. I don't know. Yeah, he's gonna be down as well. And yeah, we're coming across the line. He's finished, and that is Conley done. George, with that stunning lap of a 1:28.5, does take pole. I keep on doing that. I'm so sorry, people. But Liam will be very happy to get P3 on the mediums. If P3 and 11 could turn, please. Guys could not improve, interestingly, so. Come on, Bjorn's car done, not done that. That's not what I'm saying. Oh, it's gonna be this because they have to retire. Come on, guys. So here's your qualifying rundown. George on pole position by 8 tenths. Nova in P3. Liam on the medium tyres, so you'll be very happy with P3. Carbs in P4. Beefy 5th. Bjorn 6th. Bjorn 6th. Dylan 7th. Feared 8th. 11 9th. Emily 10th. And there's the top 10 getting features tyres. We have Scars and Dutch Owner, who obviously didn't set a time. So it's an all Dutch back row. No, it isn't actually, because. Is it? No, okay, yeah, it is, yeah. And it's an all alpha second last row. Or fifth row. If I do that, I'm sorry. That will hopefully be the last time. But guys, in terms of what Dutch Owner and Cigars would do, probably either go, maybe even try and go hard to soft. Let's see if they're ready up now. We can get going. For the formation lap. Yep. So let me just get everything up. The graphics for tires. Yeah, okay, so Cigars and Dutch Owner do what I thought they were going to do. They do start on hard tires. See, Renault, who will be calling Alpine from next year onwards. So, this was, I mean, technically Renault is still in this. Technically it's Renault, but the trains are Alpine. So we seem to be having these a lot often. We haven't had a team drop out, technically, since Manor in 2016. If you want to see new teams, we haven't had one since Renault. I think 2016, but. It's the Dutch Owner and Scars doing what I expected them to do. So we'll be hoping just lead into turn 1, Nova will be hoping to jump, and Liam will be hoping to just not get. I don't think he'll mind if he gets jumped by cars, but I think he'll be hoping that he doesn't get jumped by Beefy, who's his closest meeting or competitor, so. That's the ingredients for a cracking race, just whether it will be. It's France, so probably not. Let's be honest, France hasn't been a spectacle ever since it came back on the calendar. Way better off with my this season than Ronald. There's the predicted strategy apparently for the softeners. A 2-stop you don't want to do around there. 1, it's a long track. 2, the pit lane's long. So I think they're going to be doing soft tires. Maybe the likes of Feared, 11, Ellie, Beefy, Liam, Scavs, and Dutch Owner. Maybe they played it right. Maybe the softeners have to do a 2-stop. In which case they'll be pushing all the way. But George lining up on the grid for the start of the French Grand Prix in Srl Round 9, so approaching halfway, not yet, we will be at the halfway point after Austria next week. Anyways, they're all lining up on the grid now. Five red lights. The French Grand Prix and its lights. I don't want to say it. When will they go? And now it's lights out and away we go. It's a good start by George, also a good start by Nova. A good start by Beefy as well. A horrible start by Liam. In the turn one, George leads from Nova cars. Beefy. Oh, there's a Merc. There's a Red Bull off in the background. That's Scars. He's lost his wing. Dutch owner, has he lost his wing? He has. Turner has. George with a 1.2 second lead already. Ahead of Nova. Then Carbs. They've all managed to get their wings in time. Beefy in P4, getting a position. Dylan, it seems like he collided with Beefy and Carbs as well. Bjorn in 6th. Liam, who had a horrible start attacking Bjorn for 3-6. Is he going to go dead inside into the chicane? No, he thinks better of it. Feared in 8th. 11 and 9. Oh, Bjorn was a little bit wide. Liam trying to do the switch back maybe. Only then to P11. So, Dutch owner, does he have win now? Let me just check one more time. I think, has he got away with it? I think he has. But George gonna start on Liam going round the outside of Bjorn. They make contact. Can he make it stick? No. Liam has to get the position up. He's still on the inside though. Down the inside into turn 13. And all around side is Bjorn. No. And then he gets a bad exit. So Fear could be all over the back of him. Is Fear gonna go for it? No, he isn't. Thinks better of it. Is he gonna go hang about the drive on the outside? No. Okay, Dutch owner did have wing damage, and obviously Scars did as well. I did see Scars. But anyway, George leads from Nova, Cars, Beefy, Dylan, Liam, Bjorn, Feared, 11, Ellie, Dutch owner, and Scars who are both in the pit. You have George on his own, and you have the battle for P2 between Beefy, Carbs, and Nova. Then you have Dylan, Liam, Bjorn, Feared, and then 11 just a second back. Anyway, obviously no DRS yet, so it all really depends on the exit and how good the slipstream is. I'll tell you now, it's very good, but Liam not using overtake. Excuse me. Emily gone off. Which one now just has to push. Feared by gaming, I'd get to 3-second time penalty already, and we're only on lap 2. Not even halfway through lap 2 and he's already got a penalty. Liam will be hoping because he got a horrible start. It seemed like. And it's got swarmed by everyone. Is Beefy gonna go for on carbs? No. Nova's gotten away from his teammate a little bit, up to 2 seconds now. Beefy all over the back of Carbs. He's using overtake. He gets a good exit. Carbs not even going to try and defend. He's not using overtake. He should have let him by. We just think he doesn't have the pace. Dylan just kicking out the board. Dylan will be praying he can get DRS off Carbs, because then that will help him in his defence against Liam. I think he will. Carbs seems to be all over the place with the first sector. Yeah, Dylan will have it. I think Liam would kill for him not to. But anyway, Dylan seemed to get a bad exit. Carbs is too far back. Carbs doesn't even have it. That's what Feared. He has the DRS. Is he close enough to have a go into the chicane? He's gonna go down the inside. He has to cut the corner. He knew. I think you realised. But I think you realised too late. You have to go through. Liam has gone off track. I think he may have lost the back end. So I didn't catch that, so I don't know. But that seems like a typical incident coming out of there. Feared. He's attacking Bjorn again. Bjorn runs very wide. He runs very wide. And look, Feared getting the move, and he keeps it this time. Bjorn with a 3-second penalty, so. Is he going to send it around the outside? Feared gets another penalty. Oh, it's Dylan. Is he gonna go down the inside of carbs? No. Liam into the pits. Do you have wing damage? Maybe he got wing damage from half spinning. Anyway, Dylan attacking carbs. Switch it to the inside for turn 1. Taking up. No overtaking. He back up. Liam, yes, he did have wing damage. He got wing damage from when he lost the back end. That's very unfortunate. For him. Beefy seems to have good pace though. Keep him with Nova. Okay, please tell me. Is it just Dylan attacking from that? I don't know, but anyway, Dylan. Here he comes. Can't make the move. Really Sigisi on the rear. They're almost within the arrest range, but not quite as yet. Beefy on the back of Nova. So he has caused a rapid here. Anyway, let's see here as Dutch owner gets past Liam. He's having a good battle with him on the outside. And Dutch owner, oh, they're gonna go side by side as Nova pit. So we haven't actually watched this battle. Dutch owner, is he gonna hold it on the outside? No, he can't. Liam on the pressure turner, so he does get it. Now Dylan seems to get a good exit, use an overtake. Is he gonna go to the inside? No, Cabs covers the option. Yes, they go to the outside. For turn 1. He's gonna break later. It is Carbs. Around the outside, maybe? No. Then we'll be trying to set ourselves up for the straight thirds here as well. We could see 3 wide on the straight. I think the soft tires might be dying already. Dylan losing the back end. That's just because they were early. Activate overtake. He's gonna go for on Carbs. Carbs isn't gonna defend anything. He's just re-pit this up. No, he is gonna defend. He's gonna go around the outside. Oh, Dylan spins round. Did Fear hit him? No, I think Fear. Did Fear get wing damage? I think he just got away with it. Well, I just caught that. It seemed like he hit Carbs. I think Dylan overcooked it because it seemed like Carbs went as wide as he could. From what I could see. As I sort of found it. Well, George coming into the pits. So yeah, Nova and all, they're doing a 2-stop, so Beefy's in prime position. They're with 9 seconds already. Carbs not going into the pits yet. Feared's going in already. Yellow flag, who's that? Oh, that's Ellie, she spun on the exit of this chicane. Keeps the win though. Feared, he's getting a wing change as well. Maybe that's why he's pitted. I think he has pitted this early because of wing damage. Dylan, I think it was Dylan was on the softs, and that's why he's pitting. I think Carp is going for the 1-stop though. I'll be back in just 1 second, people. I'll leave it on more, like, here's the courses. Oh, Liam and Bjorn. I'll leave it on board, back in a second. Oh, I've come back to that Ferrari. Out, was he retiring manually? I don't know, but it's a safety car. Beefy or carves the sped. This will help 11 a lot. And this will help. Dutch Runner could pit and go on the hards and then try and go to the end. Beefy on medium, then on Beefy's doing it too, so he has to. Oh, George, well that helps. And it doesn't actually help because now Beefy's right with him actually, so. 11, this won't benefit her. And she'll get out ahead of Bjorn, will she? That'll be close. But if she does, she's gone up from, what, P8 to P5? No, still P6? No, P7, because Dylan gets it right. We should get ahead of third just about. Let's turn it on the hards. Okay, so, yeah. George on... So Beefy does our first tries at well 1.5, yeah? First tries on over by 2, so... I think the two McLaren drivers, I think there might be a swap. Ellie on the sauce. Okay, well she has to make another pit stop. Liam, I didn't see. I saw it, the way where he retired. It seemed like he retired manually, but I couldn't tell. Next lap, safety car will be in, unless Scars or anyone for that matter beside the pit. Sugar. Sorry about that, I was just resting on my voice. Because, don't know why, just needed to. So anyway. Still a long way to go, still else to go. Well, that technically is in the net late. I don't think I highly doubt this will stand. But you never know. She could maybe finish. You know, 5th maybe? Safety car is called up, so safety car will be in this lap. Scars needs to speed up, I don't know why he's backing off. Yeah, safety car in this lap, so... Yep, safety car in, won't on the one will George go, will he? But earlier will he go very, it'll probably go next at the final corner, which is the last thing to do. No, he's gone now. He has gone. Beefy hasn't seemed to get the motive. And Levin gets the first second penalty for speeding the pitch. She's gone in. Beard's gone in. Do they have wind damage? Beard does, and I think. Oh goodness, for good. George has gotten away well. Carv's not having the greatest start. Time to regain it though. Dutch owner up into P7. And he's attacking this Dutch compadre Dylan. Gonna go for it into chicane. No, he thinks better of it, he's smart. Use an overtake, you'll have them, but anyway, further ahead you have Bjorn and Carbs. Carbs gets down the inside and ahead. Dutch owner though gonna hold it around the outside of Dylan, is he? No. Isn't gonna switch to the inside though. The right hand there. And he does get it, very good move. Yes, I think it was 3rd and 11, both did collide and did have win that match so. Yeah. Dutch owner stays ahead. His next target is Bjorn and Carms. George is fast up there. It's Beefy. Well, he's gained back some of the time he's lost. 11 gets a 3-second time penalty, so I think that's 6 seconds for him. He's usually got more than Nova though. Yeah, Dutch owner is technically in that league. He doesn't. He's on the hard, so he has a chance of actually going to the end. But unless you're Bjorn Carbs, they definitely don't. So he's lining up his next target, Bjorn, who loses at the back end. This should be an easy move for the Dutchman. Yeah, he'll get it. Oh, that's very late. That's a late move by Bjorn, and the two do make contact, it seemed. And Dutch owner gets it. Now his next target is Carbs. So. Scar's not on the back of Dylan, who seems to be lagging. He does get the 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Guys, is he gonna go for it? No. He is. It's a good run. The second part. Oh, they and Dylan get close, and they get too close, and Scars has touched them. But he's managed to save it. That's a very good save. Alright, Dutch owner just pulling Carbs. He'll have DRS by the time we get to the straight unless he makes a mistake. Interesting, I think Beefy. Oh, he's dropped out of it now. Which one is he going to try and call for Carbs on the straight? He is using the overtake. Carbs is using it as well. No, he's not. Okay, Dutch owner is going to save it for the straight. Yellow flag, that's Ellie. She spun on the final corner. Did she get wing damage? Oh, I won't do her tires any good. No, she didn't get wing damage. See, Dutch owner. Oh, getting very close to the back of Carbs. He'll easily have him with DRS. There's no chance for Carbs. Yeah, look, flies past. Probably doesn't even need overtake. Bjorn did just about manage. Now, Dutch owner, 5.8 seconds to catch to get to Nova. Mediums will be. See, they still have a few. To feel out before they die. Battle for 10th in 11 years. Juice out that. This guy's on the back of Dylan. Feared. I just want to check actually, how many penalties does he have? 1, 2, 3, 4. 12 seconds and we're 12 laps in. Disqualification, I wouldn't put it past him at this point. Bjorn is just out. Nova gets the 3-second penalty. That could be crucial in a fight for, well, podium. Maybe even a win. Because, you know, they're not that far behind George, so. I think he'll just try and maybe save his tyres in this stint now, because he knows. And they definitely have to fit together. Scars on the back of Dylan, obviously before. Funny fact, before Dutch owner passed cars, there was a Dutch owner 5, 6, 7, 8. Dylan no one's very wide, almost kills the DRS sign. Oh, he actually does have more DRS than Scars, so. Should we keep this one? Yeah, I think he does. If you're only 1.2 behind. First time he has a bit off them soft tires, because surely after spinning they're dead. Beefy though is closing the gap to 1.1, he won't have DRS for the main straight, but he should try and, well, he could have it. We're going to get to the back straight. So it seemed like George didn't use any ERS on that straight. And then we're going to use it here, so you might just have it. I think you might just be out of it now actually. 1.1 at the moment, so he needs to have a good few corners. He wants to get it. He's 1.1 at the moment, 1.0. I think he'll just be outside the window by the time. Yeah, he will. He won't have it. Who's close? Dylan and Bjorn are the closest, the two Merc drivers. Dylan runs a bit wide, but he has overtake. He has, I think, yeah, he's not. Bjorn's like going to fight. He thinks of the team here and he lets Dylan by. Dylan goes past, up into P6. Tiered 15 seconds of pens now. If I do that one more time, I'm gonna kill someone. Kill me actually. Anyway, Bjorn's still behind his teammate. But after the mute, it's just hovering. The gap's coming with Beefy because it's just outside what he wants to, the 1 second window to get DRS. Yellow flags, that's Ellie, she has lost her right end plate. That's like the third time she spun there after she came, not proving a fun place for her. She'll have to pit and, well, with her, she doesn't pit on the sauce this time. Bjorn still has DRS on his teammate. Beefy, is he gonna get it? No. All it takes is an undercut. You never know, and then he could. Because if they were to pit now, these cars would make it to the end, I think, so. Gaspers will be a second penalty. Bjorn and Dylan, the two Dutchmen, the two Merc drivers, they're fighting. Will Bjorn activate overtake? No, he doesn't. He thinks I'm not going to say what he knows, but it seems like Dylan does have the better pace, so I think he knows that as well. 5 second time when he's speeding in the pit lane. That was, I can't think of the word. I thought of it earlier and I can't think of it now. This orange, I think he's only on 25% ERS, so it's not like he has much, but these guys' tires won't be pretty, and Ellie puts on the iron, so she won't intend to go to the end, so maybe, all she needs is one more time and she's in the points. Let's see. Nova's times are actually 2 laps older than Beefy's and 1 lap older than George's, so 1.7 of the gap it seems to expect nice. Beefy, remember, he has no ERS, so it's been a lot. Dutch owners gain time, and they're getting that gap down there to 4.5. Not using any ERS. Nova will hope to lap the Alpha, so I'm pretty sure this happens at every race. I'm pretty sure an Alpha's been lapped. I think that's another random fact that you're going to get from me. No, I don't know. 12. Laps to go. .9 the gap between Dutch Runner and Nova, so that gap has come down for a good amount. Beefy's closing a little bit though, but look at the difference in ERS. So as Bjorn is the first driver to make his second pit stop, he'll be trying to get undercut his teammate and maybe even cars as well. Did he get wing damage? No, he didn't. So he pits will come out. Well, by far ahead of figured. So Dutch Runner might cut it somewhat close to the start. I think he'll get DRS actually. But wait, no, I think that's the Alpha. Did I spin? I think she has spun. I think she saved it. The thing about these guys, after gaining a 20 second advantage in what all the gap be, it's around 25 seconds for a pit stop. Dutch Runner's only 8 off the lane, so you have to gain, a lot of time in a short amount of miles. So Dutch Runner tires could go off at the end, so you don't want. I spun. I'm pretty sure it's car, but did she get wing damage? Don't think so. I can't catch it on this angle. I don't think they did she? I'm being blind to it. No, she didn't. Okay. Did she? Oh no. So anyway, the gap 1.7. All that has come into the pits. We're hoping. Maybe the jump Beefy and maybe George if their cars go off the cliff at the end. With another set of mediums, I'm saying Beefy. Beefy. I just think about it. I was talking about it. Beefy has to go on softs or hards at the end because he started on medium, so I don't understand why he actually did. Dutch on it. I swear, did he go from hards to hards? No, he went hard to medium. Okay. Oh yeah, no. He actually could do that because yeah. During the pits, William come out ahead of his teammate. What's the battle? These two have actually been battling all race long. I think Dylan will get it. It'll be close. Are they going to be side by side in turn 1? No, Dylan does get it just about. If you want on the back of them, this is actually close a battle we'll have, so we will ride on board with these things. They've been near and nearabouts each other all race. The yellow flag, that's Ellie again. That's the 4th time she's spun at that section. Has she at the wall? Yeah. You can see the unplate gone. George into the pits to cover off Nova. Beefy stays out. I mean, yeah, he has to. He'll want to go on soft, so he'll be staying out longer, but just when I think about it, this also will be faster for like 2 or 3 laps in a row, so him doing 2 stops probably the worst thing he could have done. George though goes on to another set of mediums. Where will he come out to Nova? I think he'll come out clear. We'll wait and see. I think he will. Nova come around the final corner. George coming out the pits. Well, he'll get ahead of Carbs. Scars, will he get ahead of Scars? And he will get ahead of Scars, okay. And yeah, we'll go on by clear margin ahead of Nova. Let's go on this race. That's a warning for the old show. Beefy has no ERS, that won't help him. So you're now 15 seconds, that's Ellie, she's spun again. Does she hit the what? She's actually doing very well to actually stay in the race at the moment, in fairness. Excuse me. Oh, Nova on the back of Skies. These two are racing for distance. I'm pretty sure Skies does plan to go to the end. But no, he's being sent away. That's Nova. But I think they're actually in a party together, so. Your Skies though, oh my god, he was in the back end. Beefy stays out again. What's the gap between him and George? 19 seconds. So he'll definitely get jumped by George. Question is, where will he be? Unless Cars holds up George, I think he might do to help Nova. Oh, they make contact! George lucky enough to get lane damage, he goes to the outside, Cars defends the inside. George around the outside, he was on track when he's made the overtake. That's gaining Nova time. But George does get it. But Cars will try to put up as much of the fight as possible so he can help Nova as much as possible. George starting to lag a little bit, unless that's just me. The Cars will be on the back of him, so maybe we'll fight back. We'll see his side. He doesn't get the best one, so no one will be. They're back beyond though. Down the inside on his teammate. That looked like it was really frustrating. Cars still a 3 second time down if not warning. When he pits, he will drop no. You can't go to the insurance gas as up in the penalty. The two Mercs should just be swapping positions. Like, if Bjorn overtakes in turn 1, Dylan gets on the straight. Is Bjorn going to put up a fight? He was in overtake, but maybe he's trying to hold the outside line, is he? He is. Anything's better over that. 11 bits of a second time on it. 5.2 to go. George, 14 seconds on, 7 laps to go. It will be a big deficit to gain in the short amount of laps he has left. But if Dutch owner's tyres fall off a cliff, it's not impossible. Or if he makes a mistake as well. .7 is the gap now between him and Beefy. He's not gaining, he doesn't seem to be gaining in like the amount of time he definitely need to be the Cars won't. I'm gonna presume he'll let Nova by. It's stupid if he doesn't. He wants to give his teammate DRS, but they're just slowing each other down if he's trying to go for it. Yeah, that's probably lost them more time than Nova just did stay behind. Excuse me, Beefy, will we come into the pits this lap? Gap isn't. George isn't even gaining that much on him, so the gap won't be much for the time he comes out. He is, and he'll go on to the soft tyres, presumably. And the Dutch owner from the back of the gate will take the lead. He only has to hold on for 7 more laps if you include that 21. Or 6 more laps if you wanna. I don't know. We'll see. They're at the end of the pit lane now, so it won't seem like he definitely will be, you don't know. Yeah. Will Nova get ahead? I think George is gone. Will Nova? Because if Nova does, then that won't help. It's gonna be close. Beefy on the outside, yeah. It's been jumped by Nova as well. George is up there, you know. 13.6 the gap. Dutch owner, he'll just be trying to save his tyres, so. Beefy on the fresh tyres, the max we can get, well, from being realistic, is P2. We'll have DRS on Nova. He won't have the ERS advantage, that's for sure. I think all fresher tires are definitely get past. Not a guarantee because he's on 3% ERS, but he's confident. He's brakes very late, trying to go on the outside. Fair play to him if he had made the move, but no. And he is going for it. Activates overtake again to the outside. No, doesn't want to look in the slipstream obviously, so he can't get up. Well, 13.4 yet. There's no way, you know. Catch. What could we see? Dutch owner, there's a yellow flag, and he's crashed, and that's a VSC. Dutch owner, he could have pitted if he won't mind that, but it's not the greatest thing, because if it could happen a little bit earlier, he would have been out ahead, as Dylan has got a 5-second penalty for a collision. This will help Carbs. He can pit, and will definitely be out ahead of Dylan if the VSC stays out for long enough. Scars pit, so he'll actually stay where he was, so. Oh no, Nova's come into the pits though. That means that he'll be held up. Will that change his position? I don't think it will. The stars aren't being changed. It took forever to change them, which means Scars has actually jumped him. Beefy, well, he'll be happy because it means he could save your ass, but your ass is enabled your goal. If he needs to be gaining on the second penalty, if he does want to be. Actually, penalties on the side, I'm not going to check, just so we can keep the excitement up. 12.8 now the gap. Coming out, Dylan will be a sitting duck compared to these. He's the only one who's actually stayed out. Fearless jumping beyond. I think I don't think Dylan has a 5-second penalty, which will probably get moved. Scars will be the first driver to come at him. Goes to the inside, yeah. Nothing Dylan can do about that, really. Next up is Carbs, 2 seconds back. He should get him that easily. He was 6 another gap, so. And Scars has got another penalty. Let's see. 11's fighting back against Dutch owner for whatever reason. Should be a swapping thing. I was a ghosting's on, so it won't matter. Cabs has already gained a second, that says a lot. Bjorn picks up a 3-second penalty. Oh yeah, the gap's coming down, it's not coming down by nearly enough. I'm pretty sure Dutch owner has no penalties, so. I don't think they're coming to play. Gap is now 3.1. So he's gaining. Obviously, the era, nothing, they're going somewhere to a certain extent, ERS. Scars has pitted, he'll come out ahead of Fearon, so. This is probably giving Dylan the luxury to pit. Has it? I don't think it has actually come to think of it. He's 1.8 now the gap. He's gaining, he's homing in on him. It will be enough. Gap is 2.5. The VSC will benefit and it wouldn't benefit. It would have benefited him because it means he can save his tires, but it means he hasn't, would have meant he has less time to catch George, so it's a win-win situation, but he does hit the fastest. Now, that was actually faster than a few people's quality time, so. And we have Carbs right in the back of Dylan for P5. This should be an easy move. Obviously, hard to be soft tire. 1 lap all hard. Nova goes even quicker though. That's probably because of the ERS advantage of Carbs. 1.9 the gap. I'm going out these two. Dylan with overtake. Is he going to defend this against Carbs? He's in the middle of the track. Leaves the inside open, which Carbs goes for it. They don't touch, but they're very close. Carbs activates overtake Dylan. If Dylan's smart, he'll just let him go through her. No, Dylan's broke late, and you have to... The game shouldn't give him a penalty, and it doesn't. Thank you, game. Actually being semi-competent for once. He shouldn't have got a penalty there, because nothing he could have done. Unless he conceded a position. Doesn't activate overtake. No. The gap is now 8.4. Even if it was 3 seconds per lap, it would... No, still wouldn't get it. But I would love to know what which one his tires are like. The tire, if you have the AWS tire graphic, it was actually realistic in this game. That would be nice. But Dutch owner, I think 11 going back past is exactly the worst thing, because it means that he can get DRS, which will help in terms of trying to stay ahead. One of your position changes we're going to get now are the ones between Beefy and Jones. That's about it. Or if Dion does catch Fear, but he'll jump him anyway, because penalties. Fear does like 15 seconds, so... Make that 18 seconds! Gap is now 7.2. He won't want to push the hardest catch to win the penalty. He could lose to Dylan there if he picks up if he has more penalties, but actually Beefy might even need to overtake George, but other than that, yeah, 11 seems to be flying, I don't know why, but Beefy should have, unless he doesn't make a mistake, you have DRS going on to the penultimate now. Here, Paul Ricard, it's actually been a better race than what I expected it to be. Well, at this rate, he'll be right in the back of Dutch on, so don't count it out yet for George. Actually, these two are starting from battling, so I think you might be able to count it out. Maybe stars will start to feel somewhere now. But he's activating an overtake. He's going for it. George activates it as well. They're both on the same ARS. Beefy will fly by. Nova gets another pound now. And Beefy now will probably put it into Rich. Oh, sugar. He'll be on pressure tires, gap now 5/10. He'll be hoping maybe to get George out of his DRS by the time they come to the match straight. Feared gets 21 seconds. Fair play, I think that's probably the single-handedly most penalties ever in the servers. Is that award to stick up on the wall? As Dutch Arnold starts the final lap in the race, his tires I can't. Well, the game doesn't show wrists, I don't think. So he'll just. Well, it seems he's driving like his tires are on the edge. So yeah, can tell his tires don't feel good. Could we see a finish? Could we see a puncture? Could we see all of his hard work on the back of the grid go undone? Beefy getting rapidly. If he had one more lap, he'd definitely overtake, but there's a chance if Dutch owner makes a mistake. George is too far back though. Into the chicane, gap now 2.7. Dutch owner, as long as his tires stay with him, he will keep this. It's been a superb drive from the back of the grid, started 12th. Maybe got a bit lucky with a safety car, but still, he's still not to manage his tires. See, so he'll take his first win in SRL. in a few moments' time. Coming round the penultimate corner now. It's been a brilliant try, like I said, from Dutch owner. Being in this position to come through the final corner now. To take what's going to be his first win here in Srl. He comes across the line, he's weaving. He wins the French Grand Prix. Beefy comes across the line in P2. George in P3. Nova a long way back in P4. 11 crossed the line to get P10. Let's see, Nova comes across the line in P4. Could have been different. It's fair to say. Cars has just seemed to fall off a cliff. Wonder, is Dylan gonna beat him? P5, well, it seems like it's what it will be. For Carbs, across the line. He has a 5-second unserved penalty though. He might be jumped by Dylan across the line. Dylan, no, he had a 5-second. He had an unserved 5-second penalty. Scars, he has lots of penalties. I don't think he will stay there. Bjorn, he could jump. He's definitely jumping through. It feels like 21 seconds. Across the line. He jump Scars as well. Where did he jump? I didn't see. He jumped. Okay, so that is the French Grand Prix done and dusted. Well, Dutch only gets out of the day. Well, fair enough. I'll give you race rundown, and I'm not gonna put him into proportionately as my voice is dead. There he is collecting the winner's trophy. I've actually skipped it. Whoops. So here's your grid rundown then. Dutch owner for the back of the grid takes the win. Driver of the day, definitely. Beefy in second, George in third. Nova with the fastest lap, so that'll be 13 points in P4. Carbs in P5, Dylan 6th, Scar 7th, Bjorn 8th, 3rd with a lot of penalties on, and 11, the only driver to be lapped and finish the race in P10. The two DNFs were Ellie and Liam. Thank you all for watching. Hopefully you could join us next week when we go to Austria, Spielberg. Obviously in real life that was a season opener, but it'll be quite close to officially the halfway point in the season. Thank you all for watching. Hopefully you can join us next week. Have a good one.